Buying your first home can feel exciting until all the questions start. What if something breaks? What if I buy the wrong house? What if I lose my money? If this sounds familiar, then this video's for you. Today I'm going to be breaking down 10 of some of the biggest fears that first-time homebuyers have and how to handle each one with confidence. By the end of this video, you'll understand what really matters and what not to stress about. Hey y'all, my name is Tierra.Hensley and I am a realtor here in the Middle Tennessee area. I'm helping families buy, sell, and relocate to the area. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating here to the Middle Tennessee area, I'd love to help you out. My number is 931-486-4537. You can call me, text me, or email me. I'm happy to help. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into these common fears and how to get past them. Number one, I don't understand these contracts. What if I sign something bad? Now, this one's at the top for a reason. You receive all these contracts to sign full of legal words and deadlines, and you're just supposed to sign it? Here's the truth. You don't have to be a lawyer to buy a home. That's what your agent is for. Your agent should walk you through all of the things that matter on that contract. Things such as the price, what you're going to be offering on the home that you want to purchase, your earnest money, which is your deposit showing how serious of a buyer you are, your inspection period, which is your time frame to have that home checked out, your financial contingency, which is your safety net in case your loan falls through. Your appraisal contingency is also in the contract, which is your protection if the home doesn't appraise for what you're offering. So your agent should be able to sit down with you either on the phone or in person and go through your contract in plain language so that you understand it. You should never sign something that you don't completely understand. I've been a first-time homebuyer myself, and receiving all of those contracts in your email for your signatures once you're ready to make an offer on a house that you love can be overwhelming. So having an agent that will walk you through each of those contracts in a way that you understand makes all the difference in the world. And trust me, there is no such thing as a dumb question, especially when you're about to spend this kind of money on purchasing your first home. If you're reading the contracts yourself without an agent, it can definitely get confusing because of all the legal terminology, but it can really be broken down into plain language with the right person. Number two, can I even find a home that's affordable and feels safe? Which is definitely a fair question to ask. Everybody wants a home that feels good, both in price and peace of mind. Now, here's what I tell my clients. Start with your budget comfort zone, not your max approval. This is just an easy conversation with your lender, letting them know what type of monthly payment you're comfortable with. Just because you're pre-approved for $500,000 doesn't mean you need to purchase a $500,000 home, especially if the payment doesn't align to what you're comfortable with paying every month. A good lender will be able to tell you at what price point you'll need to purchase in order to stay at that comfort level. Then decide what safe and comfortable feels like for you. Maybe it's street lights, maybe it's sidewalks, maybe it's a new build, or maybe you just want to live close to family. Then you want to look at the facts. In Middle Tennessee, once you move 10 to 15 minutes outside the city, prices can drop fast depending on which area you're going to. Now, not necessarily Franklin, because the prices do go up there in Brentwood, but if you go even more south, maybe towards Spring Hill, Columbia, Laverne, Smyrna, Murfreesboro, you'll find that homes may be a little bit more affordable than in the actual city. You can also check crime maps and your local sex offender registry. I would also suggest visiting the homes in person at different times during the day. And one of my favorite tips is to do a test drive. Maybe grab you some coffee and drive the route that you would actually take to work from that new home. That way you get a feel for the traffic, the vibe, and you'll see if it fits your lifestyle. Now, number three, what's a pre-listing inspection and why does it matter? This one's more for sellers, but it definitely helps buyers too. A pre-listing inspection is when the seller gets the home inspected before putting the house on the market. That means they already know what's going on with maybe the HVAC, the roof, or plumbing, and they can go ahead and get a head start and get those things fixed before a buyer gets the inspection done. When sellers do this, it makes the whole process smoother because buyers see that transparency up front. Negotiations can be less stressful, and as a buyer, you'll walk in knowing what's already been repaired. For sellers watching, this is one of the best ways for you to build buyer confidence. For my buyers, when you see that a home has been pre-inspected, that's definitely a good sign that the seller is already on top of it. You can think of it like a car tune-up before a road trip. It's definitely better to find a nail in your tire before the road trip versus halfway down I-65. Now moving on to number 4, which is kind of big for first-time home buyers. Now you have to put down an earnest money deposit, which can be a big chunk of money that you have to give up front, and it's not something that you want to lose. This one scares buyers a lot, so let's clear it up. Earnest money is just a good faith deposit. It's usually around 1 to 3% of your purchase price. It's held by a neutral third party, not the seller. It's usually the title company that's going to hold the earnest money until closing. So if you're purchasing a $400,000 home, you can expect to possibly put down a minimum of $4,000 in earnest money, which is not petty change, and you don't want to risk losing that. So you're protected with 3 major contingencies regarding your earnest money. The first one is your inspection contingency. Now, on any home that you purchase, you need to have an inspection. That way, if something major comes up, you can have negotiations to have that seller repair those items. Now, if you and your seller cannot come to an agreement, you can walk away with that inspection contingency in place. And being that you have that contingency, you will be able to get your earnest money back. So be sure to ask your agency that there is an inspection contingency in place before you sign your contract. The second contingency that's going to protect you and your earnest money is a financial contingency. Most first-time home buyers are purchasing the home with a loan. So you want to make sure that the contingency is in place in case your loan falls through. So if anything happens with that loan during the process that you're under contract, you will be able to get your earnest money deposit back. And finally, you'll have an appraisal contingency. Now, this is going to be the bank going out to make sure that the home is worth the money that they're lending to you. If the house appraises lower than what you offered and the seller won't adjust, you can cancel and get your earnest money back. As long as you stay within the timelines listed in your contract and you have those contingencies in place, your money is safe. And that's my job and any realtor's job, is keeping you on top of deadlines so that nothing slips through the cracks. So just think of earnest money like a save the date. You're committing, but there's still time before the big day. Now, number 5, what if something breaks after I move in? Most people feel this. You move in and you're scared that something is gonna break or fall apart right after you get there. But here's the thing, every home needs maintenance. That doesn't mean it's a bad home. It's just part of home ownership. Typical lifespans for big items look like this. Now, your HVAC system should last 10 to 15 years. The roof, 17 to 25 years. Your water heater should last between 8 and 12 years. And appliances, 10 to 15 years. During your inspection, the inspector should be able to tell you the age of each of these major systems. That way you can plan ahead. And also, having maintenance on these items, maybe yearly or every other year, can help extend the lifespan of these items. You could get a licensed HVAC guy to come out and service your unit once a year or maybe once every couple years. That way it'll keep running and working in your favor. Same with the roof. Have somebody come out every 5 years to do some touch-ups. This will keep things in working order so that you don't have to worry about those big bills so soon. And I'll always recommend setting up like a small home fund, even if it's $100 a month, set aside so that when something does go wrong, you'll have that savings and that cushion to help you when something needs to be repaired or replaced. Number 6, what if I lose my job? This is a real concern, especially with how unpredictable life can be. But I will tell you this, owning a home will give you way more options than renting will ever give you. If something happens, you can definitely call your lender and work something out. With renting, they give you 30 days and they're ready to evict you. You could also rent your home out to cover payments, or you can sell your home and walk away with the equity. But before you get that far, I would always suggest calling your lender. Most lenders don't want to foreclose on your home. They'd rather work with you than foreclose. There are so many ways that lenders can be creative with your payments if you lose your job. But if you're renting and you lose your job and you can't make that payment, eviction comes fast. So when you own your home, you have more control and time to adjust. Always try to have 3 to 6 months cushion just in case life happens. Number 7, what if the market crashes? This one comes up constantly. People read the news and headlines and think, maybe I should wait. What if prices drop? What if interest rates drop? But here's what I tell people. This area is growing steadily because of jobs, healthcare, music, and tech. People are moving here faster than homes are being built. Could prices level out for a bit? Sure, but over time, real estate always trends upward. If you plan to stay between 5 and 7 years, you'll almost always come out ahead. You're building equity, stability, and your own space, not just paying someone else's mortgage. Remember, you don't live in the market, you live in your home. So just focus on your comfort, your payment, and your long-term plan. Number 8, how do I find the right agent? The right agent can make or break your experience, especially as a first-time homebuyer. You want to find someone who is local, knows the area, knows the market trends, and builders. You also want to find somebody who's patient and responsive. Someone who answers your questions and not rushes you through them. Someone who responds to your text messages and emails in a timely manner. There are some agents out there who do not respond to messages, and it just boggles my mind. You also want to find someone who's going to educate you and explains to you all the steps of the transaction so that you feel empowered and confident in your decisions. A good agent should feel like a partner, not a salesperson. You should never feel silly asking questions or pressured into decisions. That's how I treat my clients, like we're on the same team, because that's exactly what we are. Number 9, what if the lender says no? Now this fear keeps so many people from even trying, but here's the truth. A no from a lender is not rejection, it's direction. If you're denied for any reason, a good lender will be able to tell you exactly what needs to change. Maybe it's your credit score, maybe it's your debt to income ratio, or maybe it's just waiting for a few more paychecks. Ask for a credit simulator plan. Most lenders have tools to show you what happens if you pay down certain debts. I've seen people go from denied to approved within 60 to 90 days just by following the plan that the lender gave them. So don't let no stop you. Sometimes it's just not yet. And finally, number 10, what if the inspection report looks terrible and is pages and pages and pages of items? To a first-time home buyer, this can most definitely look overwhelming. You get that inspection report back and it's 60 pages long, full of red highlights, and your heart just stops. What am I doing? Do I want to continue? Do I even want this home? But here's the thing that nobody tells you. Every home, even brand new homes, will have a long list. That's normal. Inspectors are trained to find everything. They are looking at your house with a microscope, even the tiniest stuff, such as a missing outlet cover. a loose doorknob, a door that sticks. That's their job. When you're looking at that report, you want to focus on the big ticket items, such as the HVAC. How old is it? Is it leaking? The roof, is there any damage? Are there any leaks? Are there missing shingles? Your plumbing is a big one. Is there any corrosion or slow drains? Foundation is another big one. Are there cracks or uneven floors, which can be signs of bigger issues? Your water heater, you want to check the age and the condition of that. Most other things, such as caulking, small cracks, or sticky doors, are very easy fixes. We can often negotiate repairs or credit for major issues, so you're not stuck handling all of that by yourself, especially as a first-time homebuyer. And remember, no home is perfect, even the one the inspector lives in. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating here to the Middle Tennessee area, let's make a plan together. You don't have to do it alone, and it's not as scary as it looks, I promise. The thought of buying your first home can be very overwhelming, but I'll walk you through it step by step. Give me a call. Again, my number is 931-486-4537. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and grab my first-time homebuyer checklist down in the description below. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.